And we are live. Welcome everybody to a new day in my journey to make an Android game in an Android device. As always, I am in my Xiaomi Pad 7 and let's recap from my last streaming, from last week's streaming. So I managed to create the system to show which will be the next item to be launched or to be ready for launch. And I started to make the system that will show visually how to be which items has the player unlocked. And as I stated, there will be items in those plates here, and they will start shaking and falling whenever the player has already unlocked any combination. But there are some mistakes that have been made because I didn't think about that correctly. So I will need to think on a more correct system because I cannot use the same items that we use as in the play game, at least without modifying a couple of things. And I'm not entirely sure if that's if that's so. I know that's not entirely okay in programming terms because I'm adding more of more to an object than the object is meant to be, just for the sake of just restructuring things. So to just reuse some of these scenes that we have. It's okay. Don't worry about it. So maybe I need to think about something else, or at least have like a specific object for those items. And that's why I'm not entirely sure that if I want to continue, because right now I'm using the resources created for every single item. So for example, for the brownie we have the texture, the scale, the item weight, and so on and so forth, and we already are using everything from here. But as these items in here will have the outline version of the texture, I need one of two. Or I need to add the outline texture in the resources and then have some kind of check if I want to use the outline version or the non-outline version, or I create a whole new item and I try to use like different resources. I think the path of least resistance here is to keep using these items because I have already the physics and vision shapes and so on and so forth. And maybe I need to modify them like a little bit. So maybe I could add this second texture and add a check that if we need one texture or another. So let's check how I have done the script for that. So let's go to merge item, and in my onReady I should have the apply texture, and for that I should also have, so apply texture is in here, and I can try to do something a little bit different. So, well, let's go for the path of least resistance, as I said, and try to reuse these items. Because there are just a few items, I don't think I need to create a whole set of new rigid body items, and also add them and so on. So what I will have is some kind of variable here that will be exported. So actions enabled. Yeah, I think here will be the best way. Either here or in the resource. So let's see if I have. Okay, I do not have. What's happened here? It seems that my keyboard is not functioning correctly. Give me a second, because I cannot. Okay, it's in English, or somehow. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. So let's create an exported variable, a boolean. So maybe I want it like just below. So export var use outline texture. Put it on false. So let's add the resource here. So we have the texture, export var texture aligned, and it's type texture 2D. So that's done. My merge item has this use of line texture, and inside the applied texture here. So let's make a statement here. If use outline texture and so we have here texture 2D. Okay, there's let's use this one. Use outline texture. It's boolean, and also outline texture is texture 2D. And outline texture is null. Then, as we will reduce this thing here and use that here. Error, texture, apply texture, error, outline texture is missing. So in here we have something like if use outline texture, so sprite dot texture is equals to outline texture, else we use that. And now we correct the errors. So here the properties texture, use outline texture, and item properties dot texture outline. Okay, so that should work. So let's update the resources. So we have not that. I didn't want to do that. So go back there. So let's go to resources and let's update them, because now I have that and I need to do that. So now we have the outline resource for everything, and I'm just updating them. It doesn't show in the inspector, but it's really different. So we will see in a moment. This is a little bit tedious, but it's okay. So there's just a line, apply the texture, and keep going with the rest. So yeah, I need to go 1-on-1, but that's okay. The default doesn't need to have anything, really. So what? Everyone can hear steps. You go there. So the donut, just add the donut, and the next one is in the second line, the eclair. Eclair. I don't know how it's probably pronounced, but the key, line 5. And the macaron. Next is the pudding. And let's go to the s'mores. And the last one will be the tiramisu. The strawberry doesn't need to have it. So, because the strawberry is the default item, so it won't be there. So for now, that's it. So let's see if I go to the cinnamon roll, what we have here. So the user line texture is off, and that's okay. So right now, my brownie in here will have the use outline texture and the actions enabled on off. Let's remove the part where we apply the shaking. So I will comment this. Okay, so that's commented. So it shouldn't fall. It shouldn't fall now, and we should see. Okay, it's vibrating, but as you can see, well, maybe it's not the best example. But let's try to have a better. So let's use a new scene, a new scene, and I will try the cheesecake, because also it's big. So let's go there. Well, it should be like here, to be honest. So let's see how it was. No actions enabled and use outline texture. And let's see. Okay, it's mega big. I can't use the scale. Okay. I can't use the scale. But it's the outline version. And it's not. Okay, why the brown is shaking? Okay, yeah, because it doesn't have. Okay. So another thing that we have found, we need to set if we need to apply the scale or not. So let's go back to our scripts. Already, I know this is not the best approach, but we will use that also. Export bar, apply scale, and we will default it to true. And in the onReady, we will have something like if apply scale, then apply scale. And if not, we don't need to do anything. So go back to our cheesecake. In here should have the apply scale on, as we can see in here, and we put it off, and so we will let me change the scale, maybe at 2.0, maybe, yeah, that seems okay. Let's zoom in a little bit so I can position the cheesecake correctly. So I want here, and something doesn't like, so well, yes. This is the same. Let's call it different. So let's set outline texture. I could. No, let's call it there. I know that my variable is global, or at least it's public, so I can use that directly. But as well, using different, as well passing them by parameter, I think that's okay. Yeah. So now, what are you complaining about? It says changes to project body 2D will be overridden by the fixed engine when running. Change the side. Children collision shapes instead. That's not okay for me. So let's see. Okay, so it's not applying because I didn't. Okay, this complicated a little bit. That's why I say that it's not entirely okay from the programming point to reuse so many objects, because we can have something like that. So I have modified the cheesecake. I have scaled it, but now it's complaining, and when I go the game, so it stays with the same scale. So I don't know. I can use another check. Okay, let's redo something like this. Apply scale. True. No, it will be apply offset scale, and the offset scale will be 2.0, and so right now I will have an error in my ready function here. So if apply offset scale, we will have the apply scale, but with my offset scale. And let me check if that's a float. Yes, it is a float. And else, so if it's not apply offset scale, we'll use the apply scale item properties. What's called item properties dot scale, and that's what we will use. And so apply offset scale will be false right now. Yeah. So let's go here. Let's go here and reset that. That's a good location. Apply offset scale of 2.0. And let's check that. Okay, so now, as you can see, now it's looking all right. Okay. 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 Let's put everything in its place. And well, let's remove the shaking. It's shaking. Oh, why is it shaking? Maybe because I have it in the initialize. Okay, so it's shaking through. Let's remove that. Okay. So let's go. I will remove everything for now. And let's add everything. So yeah, let's go to the scenes. So Brownie, I think already has the shell behavior. Yes. This cake doesn't have the shell behavior. I don't know why this is in yellow. Oh, because the inheritance. So what I can do is go to the default. And add here shell behavior. Don't know if that's the merge item or if it is the default item, but now we will go through every single one and add the shell behavior. So there. So let's go. Brownie has it. Cheesecake, now it has it because I created by inheriting. So it has it by inheritance. That's okay. The cinnamon roll also has it, right? Solution checker doesn't need that. Cookies, social behavior. Default item already has it. So after donuts, it's also the social behavior. So if I made everything okay, I shouldn't have to add special behavior every single time. So yeah, so most of the scenes, I think half of them will have it, and half of them we don't have it. So sorry, my improvement. The merge item I have already put that, so the padding also has it. Cooking, cooking. Behavior the smarts doesn't have it. Strawberry doesn't need to. And the juice has it. Okay, so let's go design wise and let me add a note. Unblockable items, and I will add them. But for now, I will remove single one of them. So okay, and I will add them in here. So let's just go there. Really strong out. So let's go and add one. So first one, the macaron. So the macaron should be up here. Let's move the macaron down here. And maybe the macaron, okay, actions enabled, no. Use only texture, yes. Apply offset, for now, we won't apply the offset. Because it's, okay, so what's the scale that we are applying? 1.5. Yeah, apply offset. Maybe 1.2. Right. Let's see. Yeah. And that's all right. Let me play real quick. There. So, let's look at that and a big screen. That looks okay. Okay, and also the outline suits it very well. It's in the, you cannot see that in the stream as good as I am looking at it, but yeah. Okay. So, okay, why are you? Come on. All right. So the macaron there. We'll add the cookies also. Not creating. I want to link one. And will be the cookies. Let's move the cookies there. I think the scale of the cookies could also be 1.25. Let's see, we can do that by looking at here. and I play 1.25 and set them like here, and then we rescale to 1. And let's see that it's making sense. Okay, so yeah, and we will have them. Yeah, I think they're okay. All right, let's keep going. From the cookies, I don't remember which one was the next one. So let's go check that in my. So from the cookies, I think it was the s'mores. Yeah, it's the s'mores. So let's go back there and put the s'mores in there. Let's check the scale. Maybe I want to get rid of that. By the way, don't worry about the errors that you are seeing on the screen. That's because I'm using my stylus. So, yeah, I'm not too worried about that. I don't know if I can collapse that. Yes. So that seems quite okay. I think I will add them one by one. Oh, that's no, I didn't. Okay. So 1.20, but did they do the same? Yes, and yes. So I will add every single one of them, and then we will see what else we need to try to check. So there's more after, so the donut is next. Okay, let's keep going for the donut and check everything. Move the donut here. Maybe as I've done with the rest, the scale one can be 1.25. And I think that's okay. Maybe I will add the, so I can align them probably. From the donut, it was brownie. So let's keep going at the brownie. Let's see if the brownie needs something about that. There. Want that more center like that. Okay. So it seems like 125 will be the best for the ones that are down. Okay, so add the brownie, and then we need to add the tiramisu. Okay, let's write them down. Tiramisu, also 1.25. Let's move the tiramisu there, apply the transform so we can see. And so I could make like a system to just have them and that. So there. And let's like try to like the script to get the scale in here and so on and so forth. But that's too much for too little. So yeah. So from the tiramisu, I think it's time for the pudding, if I'm not wrong. So no, not the pudding, the eclair comes first. So for the top row, I think we can add a little bit more scale, because this seems a little like small. Let's see in two. Maybe it's too much for this one. 1.5. Okay, that seems okay. Let's center it. Okay, there, more or less. And 1.5 seems okay, so 1.5. And let's redo that. Let's see how it looks, how everything looks. Okay, the donut it's too big. I think I didn't set the scale, but for the rest, they look really good. They really look good. So yeah. Okay, so let's check the donut. By the way, no. I don't know why this happens. Get out. Okay, now this is being annoying. So what? You know, I want to have something here. Why don't you go away? So keyboard, I don't want the keyboard anymore. Thank you. Okay, remove that. All right. Where was I? Here. So the donut wasn't set in the correct scale. Let's look for the 1.25. Okay, now it's looking good. All right. All right. Now I think it's time for the pudding. Yep. So the pudding has a larger sprite, so maybe I won't need to add much. So maybe the pudding can go with 125. Yeah, because by itself it's that big. So yeah. So that's why I have that scale parameter size. So 1.25, and let's put that back. Okay, so now we're entering the last ones that are the cheesecake. And the cheesecake can here. And maybe the cheesecake can benefit from That scale 2? Nah, not really. The 1.5, I think that could benefit that cheesecake. Yeah. So, let's remove that. Let's put the 1.5. And let's reset this. And add the last ones. Are the key lime pie. There, and I already know that will be a 1.5 because they are the same. Let's add it here so they can see. Maybe a 1.5 is too much. Maybe it's a little that bigger. No, it's okay. Alright, well, let's do that. And let's do that and add the final one. It's the cinnamon roll. That's the pinnacle of desserts. Should we like make the cinnamon roll like 2 times bigger? Yes, we should. Of course we should. So adjust that a little better. There. So it will be 2.0 because yes. Okay. We already have that. So let's see. They look really good. Quite okay. And check that nothing strange happening. Let's just push that and play a little bit. Oh, yes, touch. No. Okay, there's that. And you go. And you, and everything seems to be okay. Also, I already know that I would have base marks in here, so let's do that. So a macaron there. Nothing here, but let's see if I can light that. A massive pudding, as we like it. A very big eclair, because we like sweet things. A massive pudding, the ultra massive cheesecake, the mother of all cheesecakes. So I'll have that there. Let's push the eclair. Not really. Let's push it again. Almost. Oh, that's okay. We have the donut. There, and there. Maybe I can push that there. Oh, that's what I wanted. Okay, another one. Not there. Alright, now. Okay, just a smidge. There it is. Let's push that out of the way. Let's go there. And I don't want to go there. Such a big dessert. Not dessert, that's another different thing. Okay, go. I have no room anymore. Alright, still can go. Alright, okay. Yeah, push that to the side. And I don't know. Let's. Yeah, there it is. Okay, finally, I can't do anything anymore. Alright, that's okay. Everything is working. I really like to do these game cycles. I don't know why, but yeah, I really do like. So, okay, let's continue, shall we? Okay, right now I don't have any way to know which one has been um anyone that has been unlocked. So right now there is no way they can fall from the shelf. So let's change that. Let's fix that. So let's go to my script. I think I will need something else on my game manager. Maybe another dictionary, because it seems that I don't have enough somehow. So let's check. Well, maybe not the dictionary, but the list. No. I need the dictionary because I won't be like creating fine functions, and it's better to have a dictionary. But I will have an exported dictionary, so I will use that in here. So export var not in local shell items, and that will be a dictionary string and merge item. Maybe, I don't know, maybe. Let's see. So if I go to my inspector, I should have this dictionary, and I can add, for example, the macaron, and add the macaron. In theory, I should be able to. I can't. Sorry, with the stylus in Android is a bit different. So I can assign that a macaron. Maybe I can add another. Yes. So cookies, and I know this is not perfect, but this is a simple project. It will work nonetheless. Okay, there are like hundreds of games that are not correctly or super optimized, and that's okay. Take Undertale, for example. Undertale is a really good game, and it's coded horrible because it has like hundreds and thousands of if statements to check every single dialogue path, and that's completely, utterly unoptimized. But it's a very small game. It doesn't need like lots of system resources, so it can go with that. If I'm making like if I were making like the next, I don't know, Monster Hunter or something that is very heavy on the system requirements and on the system resources, then I would need to like ultra optimize this thing. But for the little project that it is, doesn't matter much. Okay, just is this will so this dictionary will just consume a little bit of memory, but it won't. So right now, for the most Android devices, the minimum RAM is 4 gigs, and this won't be like using a lot of megabytes. So yeah, that much, a couple of megabytes. I don't really know how much. But maybe if I have some kind of profiler, I could check. It doesn't matter as much. It's okay to not optimize everything if it will work the same way nonetheless. If you won't have a significant performance improvement, or if your game is not having issues, uh, it doesn't have performance issues, it's okay if you don't do everything good optimized. Okay, just don't worry about that. I'm not like telling you that you should do mediocre things, but as long as everything works as intended, it's okay to not be perfect. I think I did like something like that. Let me check. Both. Yeah, it's and cinnamon roll also. Also, these like hard coded keys. Yeah, they're not optimized also. Yeah, it's okay. If I had hundreds of items, yeah, I would need to make a system to load them and name them and so on and so forth. But for what we need to, don't bother. It's a-okay. So, let's see. Let's see. So we have ready. No, we don't need functioning. So we have the some behavior. There's something that is not okay. Okay, here. Why cannot use a just a cannot use that? Because sometimes it's no. So let's create a function, a public function here. That will be function unlocked. Now we don't need any parameter, and we'll take so if shell. Okay, it's not shell. It's shell. It's not okay. You didn't say anything. What? Okay, come on. That's not okay. Can I do a control F and replace? Can I make it replace or replace? Let's check. What's the code? So let's remove everything here. Dot 4.5 replace. Let's search. Can I search? This way I can search. This way and replace Control R. Okay, Control R. So Control R. I want to replace shell behavior by shelf behavior. Replace all. So right now let's go back in here, and that's not okay. And we can remove that already. If shelf behavior is null, yes, return. And so we have a shelf behavior dot shake. Is it? Oh, set to shake. Set to shake. Set shake. Okay. So yeah, item unlocked. So now in my game manager, whenever I unlock an item, when unlock call from the shelf a signal, not really. I can do shelf items. Item to spawn dot unlock item unlocked. Item unlocked. So item to spawn over here, and then item unlocked, and that should shake the item and then make it fall. Also, I forgot to do this thing and go to physics. Here I think in collision and put the layer 2. Because I don't want them to collide with the environment, so yeah, another layer. And here, so right now, let me that big, so I can show you, and it keeps forever. That's not okay. Okay. I know. Thank you. You have already told me yes. I know. Don't need to scream to the screen. I know what's happening. So now I need to take the scale of 1.0, and I need to freeze freeze, and it's a doesn't matter, a static or a kinematic. Because static is okay, doesn't matter anymore, so doesn't really matter. Yeah, save. Let's go back in here, so they shouldn't fall now, and now the macaron should fall already. Yay! But no. So, okay, we're going places. So the game background is order 0. Shelves are in order -2, and maybe I can. No, I cannot do that for that. So let's go to everything in here, and let's go from ordering and go to -1. That's not entirely okay to put a minus set index, but for what we want, it's okay because we don't need to like move everything else. So yeah. Also, we need to have the shelf behavior and remove the waiting time, let's say for 1 second, maybe. And that should be okay for everything. So let's run the script. Go full screen. No, still 3 seconds. I need to go one by one. Really? I don't think so. Oh. I forgot to apply the changes. So let's shoot, and 1 second, and then we saw it falling, but that's a-okay because we now will see the cookies falling, and that's okay. So, and now the s'mores are falling, and that's okay also, and the donut is falling. And I don't think we're having, and the brownie is falling. Everything is falling. Everything is falling down. Yeah. And now the eclair. Some cookies, another one of that. And the pudding went down. Everything seems to be okay. Now the cheesecake is gone. And the key lime pie is gone. And another key lime pie. And this is not gone. Why? Okay, something has happened. Oh, because we don't know. Because we don't unlock the. Okay. Have an elf. Are you bothering the rest, huh? Come here. Don't cause more troubles. So, if I attempt to spawn is endgame item. Sorry. Endgame item. And then item. Yeah. Then shelf items of item to spawn. Dot item unlock. That should be it. And that should be it. And now my other bird is playing with my cam. Okay, else stop it. So again, let's do that. Maybe I need to, yeah, I will reduce. And also it seems like every time we unlock something, that item is in the next 2 items, there will be like the new item we have unlocked. It seems so at least. So now a couple of items next will be s'mores. You see? Yeah, so now it will be a donut. 1, 2, 3, and I'm wrong. Okay. Now it's a donut. Okay, so let's check if the next one is always the brownie, or there is just strawberries and then the brownie, or strawberries and there is another item in the middle. No, that's a brownie. And that's the tiramisu. There. So let's see. Will be the eclair next? It's not. Okay, so that's just a coincidence. Complete coincidence. Okay. Okay. That's alright. Wait a minute. There, and push the donut. And push that, and also that. And let's go there, and there. And now it's the pudding. Okay, that's weird. Okay, we already know that's not the case, but it's really weird. Okay, I don't want a key lime pie on next, but I also wanted a massive pudding, as it always should be. It's not massive, why? Why bother? Okay. And it's not, we didn't have a cheesecake, so it's Italy. Let's go there, there, and almost there. Yes, so let's try to push that. I don't think we can push that also. Okay, that's so the fact that I can push things, it's a bug, but I like it as a feature. Because it is a bug, but I like it as a feature. I like that it does that. Because everything is physics based. So yeah. Okay, well, I'm not. Okay, I need to unlock. Come on, I need to unlock it. No, I don't have it. It's okay. Let's try again. I will go like that, and like that, and something like that, and something like that, and like that. Let's keep trying to unlock everything. I wanna know, I didn't want to do that, but it's okay, because now we have the donut, and it's convenient that this is happening. Maybe I need to change something. The code for that, but that's okay. So yeah, we have unlocked the eclair. Let's go there, and there, and there, and there. And let's keep going until we have the cinnamon roll. So I have already unlocked the pudding. So let's see if we can do anything about that. Yeah, key lime pie. So I have that, and that, and that, and that should go there, and that should go there, and that should go to match the other, but I don't think we can do that. It's too big. Maybe. Okay, I and you can move you in any way. Alright. Alright. I need AK lane by just to check. Just to check that the pudding. Come on. No. Yes. No. Again. Just push. Oh, bummer. Okay, let's just think that it's okay. I don't care anymore. All right. So there is something. So now we have already completed two of the objectives that we already had. So let me grab my green. Is that green? I don't know. It's different from that, but I think it's the same as that, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So we have the next item system. That's okay. The items falling for the shelves that are okay. So right now should be doing the buttons. Stop bothering the others. Yeah, stop. So I need to start doing the buttons, but instead of that, I will add something here that is improve some quality of life. And what I mean for that, so right now, whenever every item collides with another, it stops immediately. It immediately stopped in there. Let me there. So I want to have momentum, and I think maybe I can do something to be able to do that, like adding the angular and linear velocities or something like that. So let's check if so let's see. Okay, that will be I don't think, because I have made this spawn new item, and this spawn new item we have that with the default item name. And when are we using that also? No, not there. Select items to spawn. No, not there. I want item merge. It's not this spawn new item. When it is merged. Should be like that. Is one new item. But isn't that a signal that it's not? Situation checker with the connector signal. The merge emit. On merge body, item body enter. Yeah, that's okay. emerge that emit. So signal it emerge. So someone has to connect to the it emerge here. The merge emit and properties, next item position. So that's a signal also. And we have item merge. Okay, I have two signals with the same name. That's not okay, but I think I need to connect some signals. When I spawn, yeah. Okay, something is weird. Connect, please. 40, connect here. Then launch, it merged. Connect, spawn new item, yeah. So here we have the spawn position. And maybe we need to have like something like angular velocity and that's null and linear velocity equals, let's say, vector 2 and it's null. I don't think vectors 2's can be null, so it's vector 2 dot 0, yes. Then linear velocity, it's another vector 2 and it's vector 2 0. So now, yeah, don't worry about that. So now, whenever we spawn a new item, let's merge item. So item dot instance, underscore instance dot angular velocity equals angular velocity and item instance dot linear velocity, it's our linear velocity. So that's there, and here we need to on item merge, and we have the body. So we can have a new function called linear velocity, and we will have a body velocity, and it's a vector 2, and so var result velocity will be self dot linear velocity plus body velocity will return result velocity, and the same on calc angular velocity, and we have another body velocity that will be also a vector 2, and we'll do the same. Result velocity self dot angular velocity plus body velocity, and we will return the result velocity. Oh, cannot. It's the float. It's angular velocity a float. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so body velocity is not a float. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so we have here that, and that's not what I want. So we have the body. So we have our var final linear velocity. So I need to change that on my game because now it's not a angular velocity is not a vector 2, it's a float. There will be okay, first angular, then linear. So here final angular velocity will be calc angular velocity, and we have the body dot angular velocity. Then we will have a var final linear velocity will be calc linear velocity and body dot linear velocity should be. So then we add the final angular and final linear. So that should be it. Let's try that. So if I have that and that, yes. 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 Yeah, I really like that. Cool. Now it has momentum, and that's like, yeah, it's I think it's more fun that way. Don't you think so? Whoa, okay, that was too much. Bye bye. Okay, what can we do about that? I love it. So let's check. Um, so I have my bounds, and I can put. Okay, so we have 192 there and 190. So we'll have there 185, 180, and 180. Okay, so we made that collider thicker. So maybe we can prevent that to like be launched to the stratosphere. So yeah, let's check that. Okay, all right. So I need the items to be like touching the plate if I can. Let's see if I'm like launching them too fast. I don't think I do. Okay, still do. I still do. Okay, I can go whenever I want with this, so I can go like on 40 if I want to, but I don't know if that solves anything at this point. So also, I think there's something missing because this one. So do I have someone in 190? Why are you? Okay. Oh, you're okay. All right. So, I don't know if that will solve the problem. Maybe I can like check for a. So it's mostly the strawberries. So maybe I can do something like to prevent that. It doesn't seem to be doing it anymore. Okay, the strawberries are the danger here, because the rest has like more dampening, because the strawberry is so light. So that's why. Okay, no, that didn't do. Okay, yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing that again. All right. Okay. Okay, I think it's more fun this way, more physics-based even, and I think that's okay. Because look, so we can like scramble everything here, just because we're launching like very heavy items. Because as they are heavy, they move the rest of the items, and if we manage to have like some merge like in here, won't stop just in the, like say, the frontier of where they can go. So yeah, maybe there can be some chain reaction that launches everything everywhere. but well, that will be up to you, really. So, let's try. Okay, well, things can be pushed to the limit. Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't want to launch that there. Alright. Come on. No. Okay, I'm not able to have the cinnamon roll anymore, but well, that's okay. We have improved quality of life in there, so that's done. And now back to the drawing. I really don't want to draw more, but okay. So let's do buttons. So oh sorry. So I'm still lacking the objective. I still don't know how I want it to be. So what I can do is try to have something in here. But I was thinking, so my first approach was to have like a restart button here, a pause button here, and then something else in here. But what I'm thinking is not to have that in there. So maybe we can have some kind of power-ups or help functions. Like that could be some kind of helping power-ups or helping functions, let's say. For example, I could have something like remove an item of one sort, of one type, like for example, then if I press that, every single triangle goes out. Or I can have something like I don't know, remove a specific item. So maybe only the blue squares, you know? Something like that. And or maybe another different like the next spawn. Oh, sorry, let me like the next spawn is the higher item, you know, something like that, you know. Maybe we can do something like that. So I think what we can do, maybe I can try to implement something like this, like removing all items of type. And that's a single item. Something like that, maybe. Hmm. And instead of that, the pause button could be like in here and have like a cog button, and that would be the pause, the settings, and restart, something like that. Maybe we could do something like that. What do you think about that? Is that okay for you? You can suggest something. You can suggest anything you want to. Maybe you can. Maybe I don't know. You can give me some ideas. Maybe you think that's a stupid thing, but I can do anything about that. But I'm thinking. Well, I don't know. I'm not entirely. I haven't decided about having like remove all items of one type that you can select, or is it random, or is it automatically, or this changing from time to time, and it's showing in the button. Maybe I can do like, okay, just remove the next item I tap, but that could be like more difficult to implement, because then I need to stop the actions of the launch item and then enable again. Well, that's not difficult. That's not difficult at all. But I can do something like that. And yeah, something like spawning, placing the spawn is also, I think that's okay. And I can do that like pretty easily. And as it's a mobile phone, we can like later like use coins or ads. I don't want to clutter the game with ads. I just want to make it that only if you want to, you could watch an ad. Like get something helpful. Like I don't know, like having a new, like having a well, like unlocking a new like helper that you have already used. Maybe we can do something like this, but that's in the future. So let's go places. Let's think a little bit about this, because I can't start like making buttons just for the sake of making buttons. And also, so let's recap of what we have pending, okay? So let's remove that. So yeah, buttons, we already know that I will need buttons. That's still a thing. But let's recap a bit of what we need to do right now. I know I could use some kind of Canva and have my tasks, but I think that's like more personal. People that can stream, so let's see, a little bit bigger. Yeah. So we have buttons, and that's drawing. We need to define the helpers. And we need to create the menu, and that will have the pause, and that's code, that's drawing, and code, and also the restart, that is also code, and drawing, but well, mostly code because I want to do like, well, it's not difficult to restart. And we need to make the settings that it will be like in the menu, so drawing and code, and this will be like a whole menu. Sorry. Okay. So, what can I do? Also, we need a full background, a border, and so on and so forth. But as I said, like a couple of streams ago, I want to balance code and drawing, and that's because I'm not as good with drawing and it bothers me. It's difficult for me and it frustrates a little bit, and I don't want to be frustrated for a long time. And so I need this kind of balance. Okay, so yeah. This has also evolved. I don't think we need this this page anymore. Yes. Yes, okay. So what should I continue doing? What do you think? What do I do? Oh, yeah. You need me to draw something? Well, at least the buttons. Okay, so at least we can start by creating like the background of the buttons, and then they will have something up, like something on top of it, the icon of what I want to do. So let's do a quick layout. And so if I base my layout about what I have drawn here, so those buttons should be something like 128 by 96, something like that. So let's see how that works. In our game. So I have like this part in here. Let's see. Let me. So we have. I see the viewport. Okay, so the viewport is at a color that I cannot see it right now. So let me change that in project settings. Rendering environment, and let's just do that so I can see the line. I think you almost cannot see that. This line, you cannot see that again. It's this line in here. So we have all this place here. And I can create a pretty big buttons in here. So, but maybe I need to add like some text on the bottom. So let's see how it goes with 128 and 90 by 96. So let's go to Sprite. By the way, I finally decided to pay for the premium, so that's okay. So, okay. All right. So I want a new, and will be like with I think 128 by 96. Okay. So we have this, and I want it to be a green color. So like something like that for the bright color. Maybe I don't know if we go to the blues or more to the yellows. So maybe that not there, or maybe there for intermediate color. Let's go. Maybe I don't know if I want one. Let's go shadowy, something like that. Let's see what we can do with that. A rectangle. So if I do something like that, and then something like that, and not like that, no. So if I go, I want some like some 3D. Can I go there? Then can I go there and not fill it? So for example there. And I want to have like some of that. I want to have something like this. And I think then I can fill that. This is just a test. And then we can use some kind of shadow color to add some depth. It's not okay. And something like yes, I know. something like that. Maybe I want like a darker, more yellowish color. Maybe. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, I know it's time. Something like that. Okay, I will like round the edges, but something like this. Maybe another one of the yeah. So I can do something like that. I don't like. But I haven't decided yet because I don't like how it looks. So I could go with that instead. Something like that. So let's just name that like helper button. Oh, sorry, this actually I didn't see your message. Then the menu, yes, then the menu. So I want this. This is now helper button, and I want to export that as an APNG, all frames, and so forth. Okay, and save that to my stream, and just call it helper button. Let's save that. Let's go real quick to my stream folder and copy that. And then go to my Godot projects, bakery merge, assets, textures, and we'll paste that there. And go there. And let's see what we can how it's also textures, and we have the helper button, and that could be okay, more or less. I don't know. By the way, what's that? The next item. Let me duplicate that. Put that here and move that. Okay. And something like that. No. Something like that. Let's set there, and with a big X on there. Let's see how it looks. No, I don't like it. No, I don't really like it. So it's mostly okay-ish. But I think I will do something like the first, like the background part that we have in there. So, yeah, Yeah, no, I will make something like the next item that we have there, and I will like modify. Okay, I will set different colors, and I will like try to make some kind of 3D and some animation when the button is pushed and something like that. But I need to check the color scheme. I need to think about the color scheme, and that will be for the next stream. I'm afraid I'm out of time. Next week there won't be. I don't think there will be. I will be streaming because I have important things to do next week. If I can, I will like. I will say that in Twitter. So follow me at Rest Balloon Studios, so you can know when I go live. Because usually I make a post and like going live in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. So yeah, I think that's all for today. Off camera, I will be like checking and testing some color palettes for the buttons and some sizes. I hope you have enjoyed this stream, or at least you have learned something. I always learn something in my streams, so yeah. If you are looking and you are watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and first in Twitch, give me a follow, please. That's it for today, and I will see you in the next stream. Bye bye.